everybody, it's Emily, and today is December 14th. I'm so excited because Christmas is almost here. My house is decorated. I've been baking cookies all week with my kids. I'm having a wonderful time anticipating Christmas. And I do have some fun holiday Christmas parties coming up. And so I've been thinking about some different looks that would be really great for all of you party goers. And I have come up with one that is my absolute favorite. If you're a glam girl like I am, you're going to want to go all out with your party look. So I have something that really reflects the season. As I've said before, I love for my makeup to reflect what is surrounding me in the outdoors. So if it's summer and there's lots of bright, beautiful colors, my makeup is going to reflect that. And it does the same thing in the wintertime. So when there's beautiful, sparkling, clean, white snow on the ground, I want my makeup to reflect that as well. So today we're going to be using a lot of sparkly silvers and iridescent whites. Let me show you real quickly what we're going to be using. These are my favorite products. I love Pure Color Pigments by MAC. I have several. But the thing we're going to start with is we're going to start with actually a Lancome eyeshadow. It's the Infinite Eyeshadow in Unlimited Silver. This eyeshadow line is really, really amazing. The pigment payoff is awesome. The colors are true. Look at the silver, you guys. Look at how sparkly that is. It's so gorgeous. And it really does stay all day. I think the last time I wore it, I had it on for like 12 hours. I used it for a runway show last weekend, and it lasted all night long. So we're going to use that. We're also going to use one of my favorite glitter pigments by MAC, which is the silver. This stuff is amazing as well. And then I'm going to use a little bit of their pigment in the frozen white. This stuff is really cool because it reflects like a frosty blue. And then for a little bit of highlighting, I'm going to use vanilla. I've bought like 3 of these in the last few years because it's wonderful pretty much anywhere. You can also use it with one of the mixing mediums, mix it with foundation, all sorts of things. So for all of you makeup junkies or makeup artists, pick up the vanilla pigment. It's wonderful stuff. Okay, so first I've already primed my lids, so we're just going to get started using the Infinite Eyeshadow by Lancome, the silver. And I'm going to use a nice flat brush because this picks up a lot of pigment, and I'm just going to be pressing it onto the lid. So I'm going to start at the outer corner along the lash line and go into the inner corner, and then I'm just going to kind of press it up into the crease. Let me zoom in on this a little bit so you guys can see a little better. And what you want to do is you do want to pack it on, but I'm going to bring it up above the crease and just kind of spread it out so that as it gets up higher up by the brow bone, the glitter is slighter and slighter, not so heavy. So just follow the shape of your brow and then bring it all the way out to the corner. This is a really, really easy makeup look. There's not a whole lot involved, but the final effect is really gorgeous. So next I'm going to use my glitter pigment. And for this, I am going to use a mixing medium. If you don't have availability for mixing mediums with MAC because they are pro-only products, you can use like an eye gel would be really, really great. You can even use a moisturizer, but this is the mixing medium base for eyeliner. And this works really, really well. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to use like a little flat brush for this one. This is a Smashbox brush, but any flat brush you can find is fine. So I'm going to dip that in the mixing medium, and then I'm just going to press the glitter onto it. And then for this, we're going to again focus on the area right above the lash, and I do want to bring it all the way into the inner corner and then just kind of pull it up. You don't want to go above the crease is kind of the only thing. And again, just pat it on because you do want it to be packed on there. Okay, so you can see how nicely that's going on. I'm just going to put a little bit more right here in the corner. And then we're done. And because of the way that you applied the glitter, it's going to stay on until you take it off, especially if you can find a really good mixing medium that is mainly used for applying glitter. It's going to help the staying power even better. So now all we're going to do, this is going to be the really easy part, and you only have a couple of steps left to go. I'm going to take the frozen white pigment that I told you reflects blue a little bit, and I'm going to use my fluffy dome brush, and I'm just going to apply this in the very corner and kind of bring it up to the brow and over just a little bit. And you can see how it's that beautiful, beautiful frozen blue color. Then I'm going to take my vanilla, and I'm going to use this to highlight underneath the brow bone. And the vanilla is a little bit gold, so it's going to add a little bit more depth of color to this whole look. And I always bring my highlight color out to the end, especially with this look, because I like everything to just blend really nicely. Okay. Now for the liner, again, I'm using that beautiful indigo ink blue color. And I'm just going to get this really close to the lid. And because of how we applied the glitter, it's not going to even take the glitter off. And we're going to extend it all the way out past the outer corner and just make a very slight cat eye. And I'm going to bring it to the very inner corner of the eye. Get my water line. There we go. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply my false lashes, and I'll be back to show you how to finish up the look. Okay, so I went ahead and applied my lashes, and now we're just going to finish up this look. And I'm going to go ahead and put this indigo blue liner on my lower waterline, and I'm going to go from the outer corner all the way to the inside of the tear duct. And then I'm going to get it just right into the lash line, just at the outer corner. And you want to make sure it meets that outer line as well, so you can kind of see. And then what I'm going to do to make all of this blend is I'm going to take the frozen white pigment with a tiny little domed brush, and I'm just going to kind of smudge it a little bit into that blue liner, and I'm only going to do this on the bottom. And it's just going to take on this really cool frozen look. Okay. And then the only thing that you need to do after that, actually, the inner corner is not quite dark enough here, so we're going to darken that up just a little bit. Here we go. Now, because you have worked with glitter, you're bound to get some fallout underneath. So the really, really quick fix for that is just take a little bit of your under eye concealer. And I really like using a nice brush to conceal underneath the eye. And you don't want to go up too far, otherwise it's going to mess up what you just did. but this is going to clean up any of that fallout. Plus, it's just going to make a really nice, neat line. There. Okay, so then the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to apply our lips. Now, for Christmas, a lot of you may be thinking red, which is fine. I love, love, love using red lipstick, but for somebody like me who has a really fair complexion, I feel like fuchsia is better for me. So I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip. And let's see, this is in 16C, and this is a true bright, bright fuchsia pink. So I'm going to use this to line my lips. And not everybody likes using a bright lip with such a bold eye, but because all of the colors on the eye aren't really bright, I want to do something bright to offset that for a good contrast. Okay. And then I'm going to use the Full Fuchsia lipstick by MAC, and it looks really, really bright orange in the video, but it's really bright pink. Okay, so then another trick that I'm going to show you guys with this, I'm going to dig out some more pigments, and I'm going to go over this with my Fuchsia Pigment by MAC, just to richen up this color a little bit. And again, I am going to have to adjust the color on my computer because it is not orange. I promise I would not put orange lipstick on myself right now, at least not this time of year. So I'm going to take that Fuchsia Pigment and I'm just going to kind of outline the lip. And this is also going to help to set the lipstick. And this is the same pigment that they actually use to make the lipstick with. But it's going to give it a little bit more of a pearl to it as well. Okay. And then I'm going to take my MAC Dazzle Glass, and I don't think they have this anymore because this was limited edition. I think this was like their last year's collection. This is in Pleasure Principle, yes. But they do have something similar to this all the time, and it's just a clear gloss that has iridescent fine glitter in it. And I'm just going to apply this to the pouch, and I'm just going to use my finger because sometimes that works best. Okay. Okay, so there is the final look. And if you want to, you can do one of my favorite things. I'm not going to do it right now, but you can always highlight the Cupid's bow with a little bit of highlighter. I already have all of my foundation and everything on, so I don't need to be highlighting my skin anymore. But anyway, here is your fun party look. I would probably pair this with something either white or black. If you want to do silver, you can, but just make sure not to overdo it. You always want to focus something on your eyes, Your lips, obviously I did a little bit of both, but I wouldn't go all silver. That might be a little bit too much. But anyway, Merry Christmas to you all, and I will be back for the new year with a whole new fun party look. Until then, bye.